Hey guys, Teva here. The Summer Festival just launched with a lot of new items to obtain, such as armors and weapons. One of them are the new dual blades, on which I'm positively surprised. Today we're going to give them a quick review, where they will be useful, and of course a variety of builds from raw damage to maxed out crit status. To obtain them you have to do the Seeing in Believing event quest, where you fight a Titanic Tigrex, and that should be a guaranteed gold crown. It will give you the necessary tickets to craft it. They come with super high raw damage of 420 blasted, 15% negative affinity, which is quite huge, but we're going to get them to 100% later, don't worry. And 540 hits of blue sharpness, which kind of lasts on the entire hunt. In addition, they have 2 level 4 slots, which are now the second dual blades with that amount of free slots. And last but not least, they have double status. This is the first time we see this in Monster Hunter World. So 150 para and 90 sleep may seem average, but it really isn't, because you have to divide it by 2. Only one blade applies an element or status and the other one the second one. So not sure why Capcom did it like this and all others, but you should be aware that they have only 75 para and 45 sleep. Always the number you see on your screen divided by 2. And they might have overall less damage than maxed out Safi or Brahiro dual blades, but you get free CCs, for example paralysis, which is an indirect DPS increase, or sleep to wallbang the monster again. So yeah, on paper less damage of course due to lower numbers, but in real hunts they could possibly outperform better or will perform better on multiplayer, because a paralysis there would give 4 players a huge DPS window, while blast is useless due to the high thresholds. So let's get straight to the first build, which is the max DPS build and most recommended to use. Ignore the effective status amount of the builder, it's kind of complicated mechanic due to splitted element. This build has a 100% crit chance and maxed out raw skills, so it's the best one for damage out of all upcoming ones. I had space for paralysis attack, but normally you should never increase status. Increasing status on a small number is technically useless, because you know, if you're able to get only one paralysis and sleep on the monster, a few more points won't get you the second or third one. If you wish health boost 3, you can just remove 2 attack tools for no loss. Also, what's really important is mind's eye, unless you're confident hitting weak spots or high hits on value spots. So hitting on great number spots would make you bounce mostly. Augments should be 3 times attack and 1 element for min-maxing DPS, or if you need the health regeneration, I highly recommend to remove Resentment, because it has only about a 20% uptime with lifesteal. If you wonder how we managed to get 115% affinity, let's count together. 15% from weakness exploit, 20% from critical eye, 20% from agitator, 5% from attack boost, which is already 95%, and the last 20% come from the Safi 3-piece bonus and a good amount of extra status as well. Moving on to build number 2, this one is a mix between the first and the third one, and is balanced between damage, but also has extra status procs, so if you think or see that this build allows you to get a second sleep or para, which I highly doubt, because it barely has 10% more status, you should use this one. On this one I went with status augments for the sake of maxing out its efficiency. You should always look for a monster that is at least 1 or 2 star weakness on those ailments, because on multiplayer you would have trouble maybe getting even 1 status off. This one should be augmented for full status and 1 health regeneration if you want, because we don't run Resentment here. Build number 3 has in addition crit status from the Artian set bonus, which means every time you land a critical hit it will deal 20% more status build up, which may sound a lot, but it really isn't. Like I mentioned before, percentage increase on a small numbers are still small numbers. This has basically not even 10% more overall status than the previous build, but drops a huge amount of damage and requires 100% crit to get that small boost, so basically just hit weak spots. You can also run health regeneration again, and all other augments will be status. Build number 4 and the last one is a true critical status build, which you should not use, and I will explain why so. You may think this has even more status than all the previous build, but it doesn't. You actually have a ton of less raw damage but also less status. The 40% more status from True Crit element is completely wasted since the dual blades have barely any amount of status. It's what I said before, numbers are so tiny that even a 5-piece Safi Jiva gives you way more base status than this build, while having also 20% more raw damage. So this build is basically drop everything for gaining absolutely nothing, but I still wanted to include it because I know people will ask for a true critical status build. So yeah, that was it. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and if so, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you want to see next from me. I really wanted to do a guide on what to farm during this festival, but I've been super busy with stuff, and also our Latron world record 1 minute and 40 seconds run costed us a bunch of hours, pain and blood. To stay tuned, hit the bell button and subscribe to the channel for more awesome builds, guides and speedrun videos. With that said, I wish you all a nice day and happy hunting, guys.